Welcome to episode 16 of Pentagon for Gold. We've got to the final two games of the season and we are just 2 points behind Sundowns. That is a result of us winning our last game against Amazulu quite comfortably, 5-0. Having had that really disappointing loss to Sundowns, if we'd even got a draw, we'd be top of the league right now. So what we need is for Sundowns to drop points and then for us to make up those points by winning both our last games. I'd say at this point it's probably gone, particularly because we played Kaiser Chiefs away from home in the last game, whereas Sundowns play Stellenbosch at home and I want to say Bloem Celtic. Yes, Bloem Celtic, I think, away from home in the final game. Who knows what's going to happen? I think FM likes to have it go to the last day of the season and crazy stuff can happen. I did actually win the league for the second time in my Groningen save when I was playing Sparta, I think, and Feyenoord were playing Roda, who actually, as it happened, were my affiliate club. And I had about 5 or 6 loanees who were starting for Roda in that game, and they managed to get a 0-0 draw. And then I got a late winner that meant that I won the league. So hopefully we'll get similar drama here that will result in us winning the league. For the first of today's 2 games, we're going with a slightly rotated team as Black Leopards are currently in 16th place and we have to play in just 3 days' time. So we need to make sure that the majority of our first 11 are fully fit for the second game. That does, however, mean we still need to get a win here. If we fail to win and Sundowns win their game, that means they win the league. Anything else, really, provided we can win, and if they draw or lose, we actually have a chance. We'd go top of the league. So let's hope that Sundowns can drop some points here, and we can make up those points in this game. Mukamela, with a chance to give us a good start, he sent it in for Fumbidzai, and he's finished it already. Just the start we were looking for, and as it stands, surely we would be top of the league now, unless Sundowns have also got no goal. Bit early in the game to make a proper statement as to who's going to be top at the end of the day, but let's hope that Stellenbosch can hold on against Sundowns. We are going to have to keep paying attention to the other game to see how our game plan is going to be changed. To be honest, for us, there's not much to do aside from win the game, so we want to keep pushing. And 2-0 now. This is great. But a Sundowns goal would mean the whole mood would completely drop. Come on, Stellenbosch. You know you want to. So we've scored both our shots on target today, which is unusually clinical for us. But then again, we have also missed 4 shots. So not quite as clinical as perhaps it initially appeared. But at least their keeper hasn't managed to do anything to prevent those 2 shots. Let Lolo loses the ball, and now Jesse Don has fed Beloy. Fumbidzai finds Matizwa, and he's just dragged his left-footed shot wide. Matizwa's been very good recently. I'm considering playing him in the starting 11 for the final game, because he's just been a little bit better than Sandoval. Mukamela. Shalulale's found him again in space, and Mukamela sends it in. Buchanan seems to have picked up some sort of knock, so we'll probably take him off at half-time. That's blocked by Badurin, and Beloy sends it in. They've now got a counter on here, but Jesse Don slides in well, and that's the end of that chance. Buchanan with the corner, and Liam Byrne here finds Buchanan again, and he's gone down very easily. Nothing given. Looked like it might be one of those where the referee gives a penalty, but thankfully not. Not even thankfully not, just didn't give anything at all. Beloy. Liam Byrne sends it long, straight into Nicoli. And Barr sends it out for Mukamela. He's making some good headway down this side. Buchanan's been tackled again, thankfully no major injury from that. And Matizwa puts us 3-0 up. We're running away with this. Ooh, Matizwa's almost on 30 goals for the season, so I think we will definitely be playing him in the next game. I think he's just better off the ball than Sandoval, so he tends to get into better positions to score. Sandoval's better when he's actually on the ball itself, but Matizwa just got that slight edge in terms of that. Mukamela into Byrne. Can we get a fourth before half-time? Would be very nice because we could fully rotate our team as much as possible. Buchanan. Into Beloy. He's not being particularly well pressed. And Shalulele now, who's also had a good season but will probably be leaving us at the end of the season. He's one of our lower earners, but, you know, it's just one of those things. Let's not get complacent. Jesse Don and Matizwa are both demotivated by that, but everyone else is motivated, so that's good. Let's get Buchanan off. We don't want him to risk an injury. I think if we get Sandoval on the right-hand side, get him some more game time. Shalulele sends it in, and Barr has managed to punch it out. Now let Lolo finds Matty. And they've scored. Thato Matley with a really early reply in the second half. Let's not bottle it from here. Sundowns and Stellenbosch are still at 0-0. Let's hope it stays that way. Or even better, that Stellenbosch can actually get a goal. Kevin Rivas has put in our fourth of the game, so thankfully that potential comeback from Black Leopards is gone already. I've spent most of the game just staring at the Sundowns Stellenbosch score. It's so difficult in this situation to to watch the match that you're actually playing in. Liam Byrne. He's pressed backwards into playing the ball back to Levenberg. No trouble though. And now Byrne into Don. He's found Sandoval on the right. Good chance to make some headway. Sandoval again. Mukamela. And Sandoval again. And a heroic block there. Really 3 blocks in the end from the defenders. That was very impressive. Now Shalulele. Oh, and Barr's come and claimed that really well. Lots of chances this game. Sandoval into Mukamela. Shalulele's got a bit of space on the right hand side of the box, and Jesse Don's whacked it, and it's now come to Fumbidzai, who's put it in for his 10th goal of the season. Looked like anyone could have scored there. Wasn't sure whether that was going to be a cross, a long shot, or that goal that actually just happened. Let's get some players off so we can rest them for the final game. Liam Byrne could do with a rest. Let's get Liam Byrne off, put Iverson at right back and Mukamela at centre back. And who else should rest? The rest of the team really is my second choice group. So let's just get Musengi in there. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, actually, no, I know what I'll do. Undo that. If I get Iverson into centre back, or rather, I'll swap him with Rivas. Then we can get Beloy into right back. And then we can get Chalice on in centre midfield. I am a genius. There we go. Still 0-0 in the Sundowns Stellenbosch game. All set up for a late Sundowns winner to break my heart. Going to set the instructions so that we don't have quite as high a tempo. Don't want any injuries creeping in at this point, because it's imperative that we win our final game if we're going to have any chance. Let Lolo. Headed out, but they still have the ball, and Levenberg is all at sea, somehow gets away with it. He's given me some dilemmas, is Levenberg. He's done really badly recently. Oh, Sundowns have scored. Why? Oh, that is absolutely gutting. And now they've probably won the league at this point. I've got a much harder game than them in the last game. But they got so close. So close. 85th minute. And we've just conceded again. What a horrible situation to be in. We've been the best team all season. Just had 2 games where we got really unfortunate against Sundowns, and it seems to have cost us. We've also been cost by just the ridiculous number of games we've been playing. We had a period of a game every 2 days for 2 months, which completely crippled my team and resulted in a bit of a drop of form. Aside from that, we've had lots of games every 3 to 4 days, which hasn't helped us throughout the season. The scheduling really is messed up in South Africa. There's just too many competitions for the big teams to deal with. No wonder all the big teams were rubbish last season when I managed to get into 3rd. Levenberg now. Let's see. Let's outstretch our arms. Good win, boys. Let's hope that there was a late equaliser. I don't think there was. Yeah, there wasn't. So now we need Bloem Celtic to get a win against Sundowns. Let's see how they've done this season. Oh dear. That's some pretty horrific form on the whole. How are they even in 9th? That looks pretty bad. How did they do against Sundowns last time? 3-1 loss away from home. So please, Bloem Celtic, do what we need you to do. We've managed to improve the academy coaching, which should be good for next season. I really want to get a coaching course, but the board are being really annoying. I really hate that you can't fund your own coaching courses, because I'm just stuck here on a national, probably a national B license, I would assume. Let's see. Yeah, national B license, which really holds me back from getting a move anywhere else. Which, although that's not a disaster at the moment, you'd think the club, given how much success I brought them already, would be nice about it. You know, they accept that maybe my ambitions go a bit beyond Cape Town Spurs on the whole. In reality, obviously, I could tell them I have no intention of going until we've won the Total CAF Champions League. But what can you do? It's just the way FM goes sometimes. So, it all comes down to this game against Kaiser Chiefs. As you can imagine, I've gone for pretty much the strongest team I could get. I've put Matizwa up front instead of Sandoval just because of his form. Sandoval will probably come on at some point. And I put Mukamela in just for a bit more experience over Iverson, who's also been a bit poor at right back recently. Not quite sure why. He hasn't actually improved nearly as much as I thought he would so far. But then again, maybe he's just a bit too young to really improve. I don't know. I think perhaps playing him in the first team this early is not ideal. Let's give the fans something to go home smiling. I've not seen that one before, so glad to see that it worked. So we need Bloem Celtic to... I was going to say we need Bloem Celtic... Oh my... What? 3-0 already? Alright, well it doesn't really matter what happens here then. That's not great. Not what we wanted. Thanks for blowing it all, Bloem Celtic. Narodian with the shot, saved by February. And that's a really sad way to go out, you know. We don't want to miss out on the title. 5-0. How have you given away 2 penalties already? Oh my. Well, Sundowns certainly wanted the title. And I guess it's theirs, really. If only Stellenbosch had managed to hold on in that last game, then it wouldn't really matter what Sundowns did at this point unless they managed to win about 15-0 or something, provided we won here. It's almost going to be annoying if we do win here because we'll have got so close and actually just been stopped by the 2 games against Sundowns that we deserved to win and ended up losing. In reality, though, if we'd won both of those games, we would have won the league, and by quite a way, so it's a real shame. Not really much to be gained by this game. We are certainly doing better out of the 2 teams. I guess what we can build on is that we are in a fantastic position. We weren't expected to be anywhere near the top. But yeah, the boys are all a bit nervous and apprehensive. But in reality, the Sundowns are up 5-0. So it doesn't really matter. It looks like it might even be 6-0 now. I swear I counted 6 times that they'd scored. Masengi with a chance to cross. It's gone out for a corner now. And Mostalaga. Corner's cleared away, and now Domingo's got a chance here. Oh, it's a cracking tackle from Masengi. It has somehow rebounded to Domingo. And now Matabela has a chance in the box. And they are ahead. Coletso Safamo, who I believe is one of the best young players in the division. He's 19 or something. Maybe 20 now. He's a really good winger at this level. Makamela's having an absolute stinker. I'm not quite sure what he's doing wrong. Yeah, 6-0 in the Sundowns game. Don't know what's up with Bloem Celtic. I don't think they've been that bad. I mean, they only lost 3-1 away from home, so losing 6-0 at home is not quite what I was expecting of them. Matiz was having an absolute stinker, but he's not doing as badly as... Actually, no, he is actually the worst player, but he isn't as apprehensive as some of the other players. Velapai is not playing well either. At this point, we might as well just get Shalulale on for what is probably his last game of his time here. Oh, Bloem Celtic have scored. I don't think they're going to manage to get it back to 6-0, to be honest. But we can hope. Would be nice to at least get a draw in this game. Don't really want to finish the season on a loss. And yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. So, that's the end of the season. Very disappointing performance there. I imagine the players will be a bit disappointed, but hopefully they'll be motivated to come back next season and get the title. We have ended up 5 points behind Sundowns, which, you know, I think we were just a bit exhausted after a really ridiculously long season. I don't know quite how many games we played. I guess probably if we check how many games Levenberg has played, that should give us a pretty good idea. We've qualified for the MTN8, which is good, but I don't want to have to play that many games. It's so annoying how many games you have to play. So Levenberg, if we have a look at the number of games you've played, 54 matches. And that's just competitive games if we actually have a closer look. So in the league he's played 30 games. He's played 14 Confederation Cup games, 2 Telcom Knockout games, 4 Nedbank Cup games, 4 MTN8 games. And actually Luca Diana Oliaro's also played a few matches. If we just scroll down to him and have a look. 5 matches. So we've played 57 matches, competitive matches this season. I don't think I've ever played as many games as that in any season. And this is not by any means a big squad. If we look at this, it's not huge. And this is when we've bulked it up with the likes of Luke Diana Oliaro, Chad Groenewald, Dean Koopstad, and Laziba Makoba, who is wanted by quite a lot of clubs. These guys had to play several games when we were having a really difficult time with the number of matches. But look at how many games these guys have played. They're absolute heroes for playing that number of games and still end up second. And in reality, I think they deserved the title win, to be honest. But we go again next season when hopefully we can also get a win in the Total CAF Champions League. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel as it really helps me out. And I hope you have a fantastic week. See you soon.